All right, welcome back. This is a big day for us. We are here with Jim Campbell, Dawn Panzer, of course, Bob Dione, and also Mike Silber with the Never Forgotten Honor Flights. And this is always a great occasion for us. More on that shortly. But first, welcome everybody, and thank you for being here again with us today. Okay, so Dawn, another year is behind us.
Yeah.
You've been raising some money, and you have a lot to talk about. What's going on?
This year was an incredible year. We had 3 events this year, and in the past it was just the 2. So we had our big benefit in July. Then we had a golf outing at the Rhinelander Country Club in September. And then in October, we had the poker run. And it was incredible. The community, they all came out for it, and they were so generous. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm. All right, Jim. So Dawn's raising some bucks. She's always very busy. Her passions are right here at the surface. What does this mean to you?
Very simply, we need 3 things to have a successful honor flight. We obviously need veterans, Korea, World War II, and Vietnam era veterans. We need guardians to go with them to make sure they have a safe and enjoyable day. Mm-hmm. But the third leg of the stool, which is a pretty big leg, is money.
Yes.
Because the Never Forgotten Honor Flight as an organization has not, and will not ever do fundraisers.
Right.
We don't have to, because we have 4'11" dynamos like Dawn who do that for us. And to date, and I don't know what's in the envelope, but she hasn't told me.
And we're going to find out next block.
The viewers need to understand that this 4'11" dynamo has raised enough money in the past years to fill 2 737s with veterans. 224 veterans funded by Dawn alone, which is more veterans that have actually flown from Rhinelander, which is about 125 or so. So she's covered a lot of veterans outside of Rhinelander in Oneida County. So without Dawn, she's in the upper 1 percentile of our
and she has been for years.
We've had 5,103 donors since the end of September, and she is in the top 1% of those fundraisers. I love that.
I would have to say, so tell us a little bit, what would you say out of this whole experience was one of the most enjoyable, profound moments you had?
Myself?
Yes, throughout this whole experience.
Of the honor flight?
Yes.
Bring a sandwich. Not probably. I have been very fortunate to escort Vietnam veterans to the wall for their first time at the wall. And to watch the interaction between that veteran and the name, of which there's 58,281 names etched in that black marble. That name might have been, in one case it was a brother, one case it was a father, in many cases it was their best friend. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it was almost their entire unit. Mm-hmm. After that personal interaction with that veteran, with that individuals on the wall, when they turn around and face me again, it's a different human being. Mm-hmm. He is not the same man. And it's hard to explain, but you can see it in their eyes. Finally, after 5 decades, they've got some closure. Yeah. They've got some healing. And I've had fortunate to have that experience many, many times, but that is by far on the top of the
and we send film crews on these endeavors over to Washington, D.C., of course, and it's very difficult to capture the emotion on television, but we do our best to get it through.
Yes.
Mike Silber, thank you for your service, sir. What's it like to have this available to you, to go on this flight and experience all of that?
It was emotional, to say the least. It was closure. It was opening of finding names of 5 different people, 4 of who I knew, and Jackson, who is still over in Vietnam. Mm-hmm. Very honorable trip for me to be on, and I thank Jim and the Honor Flight crew for putting it on. It was so well organized, so well.
Incredibly memorable. I hear from everybody who goes on that. So we are up against the clock, but we have more to talk about and more to celebrate. Let's take a break first, back in about 2.5 minutes.